You know, I've done videos in the past about campgrounds. I did a very popular video about KOA, not someplace we really love to go, but it serves its purpose, which was the point of that video. And I've talked a lot about the Outer Banks. My wife's spring break, she's a college professor, falls early in the year, in March. And so we decided to go down to the Outer Banks, where someplace we really love. And then, a few days before we were going to leave, had a little bit of a family emergency and had to run down to Norfolk. So it was too early to go to the Outer Banks. The campground that we really like wasn't open yet, and so we rented a house, but it was too early for that. And so we decided to just get a campsite at this RV park. And it's a place we had stayed before, mostly on season, like because we had to. But I've got to say, there's something about being here off season that is wonderful. So the beauty of the off-season RV park is the most obvious is that there's no one here. There's space here for probably 200 RVs, all of them bigger than ours. There's, I count, about a dozen people here. We've been here for 2 days. We've seen a couple people come and go. About half of the people that are here must be like seasonals, the way that their camp is set up and as comfortable as they look. And they probably lived here throughout the winter. Byproduct is that it's super quiet. We've got a great site. We have no neighbors. Like normally you can see this is site 21 and that is site 22, and they're right on top of each other, which is what I don't like about places like this. But it doesn't matter now because there's no one here. The other big benefit of this is that the bathhouses are all empty because the people that are here, that are staying here, are in, again, much bigger rigs, much nicer rigs than ours, and they have bathrooms. And particularly in March in the Outer Banks, when people don't want to be walking to a bathroom, they're going to use their own. The byproduct is that the bathrooms and the laundry rooms and whatever else are empty and are spotless because no one is using them except for us. It is a really, really nice benefit when you're in a rig that doesn't have a bathroom, which ours doesn't. Another great benefit is that the beach is empty, just like everything else here. You can have some real solitude on the beach. It's just the perfect time to be here. Now, that's not to say that there aren't some problems. There certainly are. Yesterday, we tried to go out to lunch and nothing was open because it's off season. Most of the restaurants are only open on season here in the Outer Banks. This is my favorite restaurant, Buxton Munch, and it is closed until next month. We ended up at a taco truck that I have to say was sensational and would go back to any time, but I had driven past it a million times down here and just never stopped there for whatever reason. But it was really good and I would totally go back there. It's also, of course, colder. It's not the dead of summer here, so it's, 30s to 50s, which is, again, fine. The van is plenty warm, but if you're coming to, frolic on the beach, it's a little cold, it's a little windy. Our weather has definitely been questionable. The other downside I'll say is that this place is not cheap. This is $67 for our campsite, which includes power, water, sewage if you need it. We don't. Showers, Wi-Fi that's okay, not great. So it's not cheap. I always think about, we could just retire and live in the van and just go to RV parks, but $60 a night is cheaper than a hotel, but is not by any stretch cheap. But I've got to tell you, if you've got the time and you've got the rig already, this is a great option in the off season when you just want some quiet. The beauty for us is that we wanted to just get away from the world. I wanted to do some writing and some shooting. My wife wanted to do some painting. The Outer Banks is perfect for that in the off season. I've talked about the Outer Banks a million times. I love them. But We don't generally come this dead in the middle of off season. And it's really nice. It's super quiet. It's super relaxing. It's super peaceful. So short video today. I just want to talk about the benefits of off-season RV park. You got the place to yourself. All right, I'll see you outside.